You right guys, how are we all doing? It's Andy here from Peninsula Painting Projects and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we're going to take a look at the Warhammer Conquest magazine. We're on issue 22 now guys, and here's what it looks like. So, as we know, it is getting harder now to find these magazines. You know what they're doing to us. They're making us wait for the deliveries, and I'm going out to buy these magazines. One, just obviously to show you guys on YouTube what you're getting in, and two, because certain ones have been worth getting multiples of, so I don't mind doing that, to be honest. But it is becoming a little bit of a challenge trying to find them in the shop. Like, I got this from WH Smith's, but I actually had to send my friend to the one in Liverpool. He did that for me, which is thanks to that, mate. Cheers, nice one. So enough chatting, come over and join my Facebook group. It's called Peninsula Hobby and Chill. For example, in this week, we've been discussing about Warhammer Conquest. We've been discussing, one of the members wanted to know what army he should be collecting next, what Space Wolves chapter he should be collecting next. We've all given our input and stuff like that. So it's a good little group to join. Nice one, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and let me know, are you collecting this? And what do you think of it? Nice one. See you in a minute. So guys, this is what the magazine looks like on the front cover. This is issue 22 of the Warhammer Conquest magazine, which is $7.99 per week, as we all know. So let's open it up and let's see what we've got. Now, I haven't opened this up yet. I haven't had a chance to. Like I said, my friend went over to Liverpool to collect it for me, and he was great by doing that. Now, one thing I noticed straight away, put that to one side. Look how they've packed this base brush. They've not put any little nibs on it. I don't know if these do come with the little painter's nibs, but they've sent it like that. Now, what would happen if that would have been jammed into something? The whole brush would have been buggered, wouldn't it? Now, first things I've noticed as well, the handle, it feels quite nice. It feels like a good quality. Doesn't feel like it was snapping my hands. And the bristles on the brush, it's more like a shovel, like it's got all dirt on it. I think it's actually got paint on it as well. It's like a shovel-like, rather than like a full pointy bristle brush. So this will be good for basing your miniatures, which, I'll start using this, to be honest. It looks like a good one, and I'll use this in future. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Some of you may know this, some of you may not know this, but I haven't used the Citadel paintbrushes for many years. The last time I used them were the red ones, and I used to like them, but I haven't used them since. I've used other brands, not for any particular reason, just because I just have. We've got the Astro Granite texture paint here. This comes in 24mm, which is the bigger size. This is what the wash bottles come in as, and yeah, that's a texture paint. The label looks a bit wonky donkey in there, but hey ho, not a major issue. Now, before we look at the magazine, the Astro Granite texture paint retails at £4.55, and the medium paintbrush retails at £4.75. So that's a grand total of £9.30, minus the £7.99 for the magazine. We are saving £1.31 by purchasing this. For me, it's not a big deal. Obviously we all want to save as much money as possible, but sometimes it's nice just to buy some hobby stuff, and we are still saving money at the end of the day. And one of my viewers have pointed this out. He pointed it out with the actual the mat that we got in one of the other issues, but he said to me, what would I value this magazine at? And I forgot to mention in the last review, but I'm going to start mentioning it from now on. I would probably value this magazine at least £2. Let's face it, it's no White Dwarf, it's no 100-page magazine, but it's got content, it's got artwork in it, and it's got a couple of pages of information in it. So I'd probably value this at £2, and each magazine will be valued at £2 going forward. But the content as well, guys, the content's priceless. That old credit card advert, MasterCard. So what do we get in here? Battle games in the the 21st, I was going to say the 21st century. The battle games in the 41st millennium, battles of the Death Guard, worlds of the Imperium, and learn to base your models. Now that's interesting because obviously they want you to use this one to paint all your miniatures up to now. Me personally, I've never used this before, and I wouldn't know whether you're supposed to then leave it this grey colour, or you're meant to paint it another colour. I'm not too sure. Obviously it's up to you guys what you want to do with yours. I probably will try and use this because I would like to test it and see if it's any good and what it actually looks like. So yeah, that's a good thing, isn't it really? Let's open the magazine. So we've got some information here about Codex Astartes. Lovely bit of artwork here, which is taken from one of the old codexes, or codices, shall we say. Let me know what you think about the lighting in here, guys. I know the audios might be a bit echoey, it's a larger room. I'm not recording at home, I'm recording in the shop. I think the lighting does seem a little bit better from the camera. I've got no photography lamps on and off, and just the lighting from the shop window, and some nice bulbs up top. So anyway, blah blah blah, stop chatting rubbish. Information here about the different chapters. Devastation among the chapters. So I'm guessing this is a bit of a story here. I can see Gilliam in there, and that's what the Space Marines look like when they're not in armour, by the way, guys, which is pretty cool. Pretty good information there being given to us, reading the rights and stuff like that. The Salamanders, that's another chapter you could probably collect. Iron Hands, they're pretty decent as well. And then we've got the Chronicles of Violence. Yeah. I'm not the best at reading, guys, you know this by now. So this is M31, so this is Millennia 31, Into Damnation. So it's a bit of information there. The Destroyer and the Rise of the Plague Planet, which I'm interested in finding more information about there. And then here's some other time of a mission on the M32 to M41. Okay, that's going to be interesting to read up on there. And then the Great Crusade. So this is pre-Horus Heresy, isn't it, guys? Which, if you haven't read the Horus Heresy books, you should do so. I've nearly finished book 2 now. You know, I'm a bit of a slow reader when because I just generally time. When I do find a book that I'm interested in though, like Lord of the Rings, or any historical books, Bernard Cromwell, stuff like that, I'm interested in them, and I will read them. When it comes to studying for university though, that's another matter, but that's for another discussion, isn't it? So the Great Crusade, more information here, and I believe this picture is the Emperor. You may correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure that's the Emperor. There's a talon, big massive talon there, and a nice massive power sword. So that's that. And then what else have we got? I believe they are the Sons of Horus. Chapter 11. No fortress could stand before the might of the Space Marine legions. They carved the path through the galaxy, claiming worlds that had been cut off from Terra for thousands of years. By the way, Terra is basically Earth. Yeah, so that was a picture of the Emperor. I was corrected. I was correct. But in this picture, he's got black hair and the other one he had blonde hair. But that's a lovely piece of artwork there. Worlds of the Imperium. So there's the different worlds here, which again, Death Worlds, that's where the Primarchs come from. Sorry, that was a bit out of view then. And that's where most of the chapters come from. Feral Worlds. Loads of great information, loads of great artwork. Ideal for beginners, and ideal for anyone really who's interested in the bloody hobby. I'm interested in it. I've been there for 18, 20 years, and I love seeing artwork like this and reading information about this. So how to paint bases, this will be interesting. You will need some clean water, a piece of tissue or kitchen roll to dry your brush with, a Citadel medium base brush. Now guys, if you are going to use this brush in conjunction with this paint, please wash your brush out thoroughly when you're done with it, because the last thing you want to do is ruin this brush. It seems like a very nice brush, and the last thing you want to do is ruin it. Always take care of your tools, and your tools will take care of you. Right, now that lecture's over, we can move on. So here's some information about how to base your miniatures. Now, in the Facebook group, we've been discussing a lot about basing our miniatures, what ideas people have got, what they recommend, what items they recommend to use. So they're saying you can use your brush, a little cocktail stick there, stipple it on, and then wait for it to dry. I'm curious to know whether that pot, how much that pot will base, to be honest. That's very interesting. So that's how you do it. And obviously how to base your Death Guard as well, which is very good. Very interesting. I'd imagine if you used it for your Mephistic Blight Hauler, you'd use a fair bit of it, to be honest. So this is what your army should look like up to now, guys. Which, if you're looking at this, it looks like a decent amount, really, isn't it? Especially for the Death Guard as well. It's a nice amount there. I'm digging that, like, guys. It looks very good, to be honest. Looks very good. Yeah. I need to do an army update, don't I, guys, and show you what I've done with mine. So supply drop down. Okay, so a bit more information here about the new missions. 6 inches from the board edge, put a crate in the middle, 6 inches from each board edge there. And what else have we got? Okay, we're using the new mat as well, guys. And then victory conditions. Oh, so incorporating victory points now, guys. What we're using in this mission: 3 Plague Marines, 12 Poxwalkers, Lord Feltius, and the Tainted Cohort. Some people say Felthius, I say Feltius. 5 Intercessors, 2 Hellbosses, 3 Aggressors, 5 Reivers. Guys, if you can, get some more Aggressors. They're pretty good. I had a game the other week and they proper destroyed me. Very good. So a bit more information. Defend the spoils of war. Good information there. So another mission as well. Guys, it's given us about 3 missions here, hasn't it? Using one initial one. Then it's saying to do the same mission again, but we're using more terrain. And it's giving you another mission. I think that's personally quite cool, to be honest. If I was a beginner and I was getting this information, I would pretty much love this. And then what have we got on the back? Next issues, we've got some more terrain. Which looks pretty cool. You know, I've collected a decent amount of terrain now. Up to now, I've got multiple terrain parts from the previous issues. And then we're getting the Redemptor Dreadnought Part 1. Now, I believe this is coming in 3 parts. 2 of them will be a sprue each of this miniature, and the 3rd one will be a painting guide. A little bit disappointed about that personally. I would like to have got stuff in each issue, even if it was another pot of paint or something, but such is life, and that's how it is. So guys, let me know what you think about this. Are you going to get these 2? Are you going to get this one itself? As you know, I'm subscribed, so I will at some point have all of them by the end of it, and I do buy extra ones because I like to test the stuff out, and I like to have the miniatures now rather than later, which is obviously that must be the plan, to be honest. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you later. Ta-ra.